Hello everyone, I am Kiran Joshi. Hope you all are safe and sound. I am here with the second video of class 9 history chapter 4 Forest Society and Colonialism. Dear children, in the previous video of this chapter we learnt that the colonial government implemented forest laws which affected the lives of those local communities who used forest resources. Now let's see and understand how they rebelled against the rules and tried to persuade the state to change its policies. For this, we take the example of the rebellion which took place in the kingdom of Bastar in 1910. Bastar is located in the southernmost part of Chhattisgarh and borders Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and Maharashtra. The central part of Bastar is on a plateau. To its north is the Chhattisgarh plain and to its south is the Godavari plain. The river Indravati flows across Bastar east to west. Many communities such as Maria and Muria Gonds, Dhurwas, Bhatras and Halbas live in Bastar. They speak different languages. Still, they share common customs and beliefs. The people here believe that the earth had given its land to each village and in return they look after the earth. They show respect to the spirits of the river, the forest and the mountains. The local people look after the natural resources of their village. In case they need to take wood from another village, they pay a small fee called Devsari, Dand or Men in exchange. To protect their forest, some villagers are appointed as watchmen and pay some grains to them which is collected from each household. The headmen of village meet once in a year to discuss issues of concern including forests. The colonial government proposed to reserve two-thirds of the forests in 1905 and stop shifting cultivation, hunting and collection of forest produce. This worried the people of Bastar. Some villages were allowed to stay on in the reserve forest on the condition that they cut and transport trees for the forest department and protect the forest from fire for free. That means they will not charge uh, any wages or they will not demand anything in return. In other villages, people were displaced. People were already suffering from increased land rents and demands from free labor and goods by colonial officials. The condition was further worsened by the two famines, one in 1899 to 1900 and then another in 1907 and 1908. The proposal to reserve forests made the situation intolerable for the villagers. People started discussing the matter. The Dhurwas of the Kanger forest initiated for the rebel against the British under the leadership of Gundadhur. In 1910, messages in the form of mango boughs, a lump of earth, chilies or arrows were circulated in various villages to invite the villagers for the rebel against the British. They attacked and looted bazaars, burnt and robbed the houses of officials and traders, schools and police stations as they were associated with the colonial state and its oppressive laws. They also redistributed grains. The British sent their troops to suppress the rebel. The troops surrounded the camps of the Adivasi leaders and fired upon them and punished those who had taken part in the rebellion. It took them 3 months to regain control, but they could not capture Gundadhur. After the rebellion, work on reservation was temporarily suspended and the area to be reserved was also reduced to roughly half of that which was planned before 1910. This was the incident before the independence, but even after the independence, the practice of keeping people out of the forest and reserving the forest for industrial use continued. In the 1970s, the World Bank proposed to replace 4,600 hectares of natural sal forest by tropical pine so that pulp could be provided for the paper industry. Then this project was stopped only after the protest by local environmentalists. This was the example of one of the rebellions by forest communities against the changes that were being imposed on them. Now, here are some questions for you to revise the topic. Question 1. What were the beliefs of people in Bastar? Second, how did the people of Bastar react against the British forest policies? Third, what were the consequences of the Bastar revolt in 1910? Hope you liked this video. Thank you.